testing. We are testing. Testing. We are testing. A lot of fan noise, sorry. I'm experimenting with some heat control of my CPU. Testing. Alright. We are testing. A lot of fan noise, sorry. I'm experimenting with some heat control of my CPU. Wow, listen to all that fan noise, huh? Not sure how I could fix that unless I got very long cables and somehow put my CPU in a different room. We are testing. A lot of fan noise, sorry. And the echo is because I was checking the stream. Wow, this is not good. Oh, I know what's causing this. Experimenting with some heat control of my CPU. Wow, listen to all that fan noise, huh? Not sure how I could fix that unless I got very long cables and somehow put my CPU in a different room. A lot of fan noise, sorry. The echo is because I was checking the stream. Wow, this is not good. It's a little better. Oh, I know what's causing this. Experimenting with some heat control with my CPU. Let's do a quick test. I think I could maybe turn down one of those fans. Maybe not. Wow, listen to all that fan noise, huh? Not sure how I could fix that unless I got very long cables and somehow put my CPU in a different room.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
What? Well, everything seems to be working. Take that, Trombe. See the choo-choo? Say something froggy. All right, boys and girls, getting a nice solid, almost solid 90 frames here in Vegas. Vegas, baby. Vegas, baby. So I found out that my CPU is not really overclocking. Even though I'm setting it to overclock, it isn't really doing that. Because I've got this Alienware CPU and the overclocking software isn't really doing anything with the CPU. It is with my graphics card. I'm able to control the fans somewhat, but not the CPU. I mean, it says it's doing it, but it isn't. And I spent all night last night trying to fix it, reinstalling, uninstalling, and nothing has worked, going in and out of BIOS. So I think that's why I'm not getting, I think that's my bottleneck, is the CPU, not my 5090. So that must be the hertz of the CPU. Well, I don't know. Alright, let's go into 4YA and kill some Nazis. Fucking Nazis. Hate those guys. Hate those fucking Nazi bastards. Weirdest air show ever? That was a great air show. What are you talking about? What didn't you like about that air show? I even attacked the fascist headquarters while giving an air show. I mean, how many air shows have you been to where they actually do that? Not many, I bet. 5 players. Ooh, Taipan, huh? Let's see how Taipan functions with no fuel at his airfield. Got an error message on SRS. What does it say? New beta version available. Do you want to auto update? Yes. Let's see where Herr Taipan is taking off from. Ah, San Andre de Lourdes, eh? In an MW5109, eh? In slot 13, eh? Well, we'll just see about that, won't we? What else are the Nazi bastards up to? Wonder how long this mission has been going on. Alright, so they have all of these bases. They don't have Beaumont, Tricaville, Deauville, Rouen, Cornay, or Orly. Every little breeze seems to whisper, Louise. It's a Pimax Super Ultra Wide, which is a 50 ppd, and supposedly they spaced out the lenses a little further apart to give you a wider field of view, but I'm not getting the wider field of view. I'm just getting 128. It looks better in VR than what you're seeing in the stream. I can't figure out how to up the resolution in the stream. I've tried. And you're also only seeing one eye, so you're only seeing my left eye. And the reason it looks askew is because it is just my left eye. So you're not getting the wait a second. You're not getting the binocular view. Sorry. The only way for me to stream better would be to stream at, well, it couldn't be a live stream. I'd have to, after the fact, go in and use the track, and I could stream the track in, which would look like a flat screen, and I could do it at top resolution. What's going on here? Oh, I'm going to change these controls. P51, I think it's this one. No, that's not right. Let's do it like this. Yeah, I mean, I watched Toastman's stream from War Thunder, and his looks sharper. And I talked to him about it, but I think he's on a PlayStation or something, and he's using like a Sony headset. I don't know what it is. Part of what I'm doing is I'm streaming from my gaming computer to my old gaming computer, and then from the old gaming computer up to YouTube, in order to reduce the usage of the gaming computer, so it's not getting overtaxed by. Oh wait, I can get rockets. I think this mission. Let me just see. But I have to go to St. Pierre. Yep. Yes. Yes. Set my altitude, my altimeter. Single ship P51 taxiing to the active Crickaville traffic, runway 35.
In field 1, request takeoff.
We'll head over to St. Pierre and pick up some rockets and bombs there. Rolling runway 35, single ship P51. Single ship P51, St. Pierre traffic, single ship P51 coming over from Crickaville will crosswind in front of runway 27 for downwind east for landing on runway 27. Crossing now. Yeah, but IR tracking is really cheap. It's like, what is it, like $40 for track IR? I have 2 of them, I think. I never use them. St. Pierre traffic, single ship P51 on downwind. You can get the one that just clips onto like a baseball cap. Yeah, you have to have at least that. St. Pierre de Mont traffic, single ship P51 base leg for runway 27 on final. I can't even fly with track IR anymore. I keep hitting the mic button. I forget that I don't have to hit the mic button to talk on the stream. Yeah, I can't even fly in track IR anymore. I'm so used to VR. This is my 3rd VR headset. Fourth, really, if you count that Pimax sent me 2 of these ultra-wides because I complained about the field of view. But they were both the same. Wheels down, St. Pierre de Mont. St. Pierre de Mont traffic, runway clear. The setup is really easy with track IR. It's just like a little thing that you put on top of your monitor, and then a little thing that clips to your baseball cap. It's really simple. I think you can just buy them on Amazon, or buy it directly from their website. It's called I think it's called Track IR. It's really simple. I mean, you have to.
Request refueling.
Yeah, the first time you use it, you have to set the
Request
parameters.
rearming.
You know, like where, like for example, I have a thing called XR Next Saver, so I don't have to like literally turn my head all the way around to look behind me. So when I get to about 90 degrees, it accelerates it. And that's because my peripheral vision in a VR headset is not as good as it would be in real
Refueling
life.
complete.
So in real life, I wouldn't have to turn my head so far around because I have more peripheral vision. Because my peripheral vision is about 200, over 200. Whereas in this, it's like 128. So Track IR works the same way because you've got like a flat screen in front of you. So obviously you can't turn all the way around behind you to see. So when you turn a certain degree to the left or the right or up and down, it accelerates it. So you can still look
Rearming complete.
in front of you at your monitor. That's the only thing you have to set up, but that doesn't take too long. And there's guidelines, you know, like you can, if you go on their website or if you go on YouTube, you can see like what other people have done, and then you just sort of tweak it. It really doesn't take long. I mean, you could do it in a couple of hours or less. Saint-Pierre-de-Mont traffic, single ship P51, taxiing to the active runway. I'm going to taxi down and take off runway 27. What's going on? Come on, brakes. I can't remember how much it is. It was really cheap though. I mean, I want to say it was less than $50. And then they have another one, like if you use a headset, you know, like an audio headset, like a gaming headset, that will clip to the headset. And I got that clip, but I never used it. It just works fine with the little baseball cap thing. It falls off every once in a while if you whip your head around too fast, but it's fine. But like I said, it just sits here. The only time I use it is when somebody's over and I want to show them something, or if I need to play from the flat screen. Like, so for example, if I wanted to upload to YouTube a game or a session from the flat screen so that it looks better, then I would need to use the Track IR so that I could look around. Saint-Pierre-de-Mont traffic, single ship P51 taking the active runway 27. What the fuck was that? What is that sound? That's a weird sound. I've never heard that sound before. Saint-Pierre-de-Mont traffic, departing runway 27, single ship P51, taking off to the west. Wait, I can't read what you said. Oh, you qualified in a Cessna? Yeah, I know. I mean, I realized, you know, I was always telling myself, like, I couldn't afford to fly. Like, I had taken flying lessons in a Piper and in a 152, and then I've spent so much money now on this flight sim setup that I could have gotten my license. So stupid. But the thing is, you can't shoot anybody in the Cessna. So, you know, what's the point? I mean, here I can shoot Nazis. Oh shit, my wheels. God damn it. I didn't fuck up my wheels. Going a little fast for the wheels to be down. Wonder if my tail wheel is still down. Sometimes if you slam the tail too hard in the Mustang, the tail wheel doesn't come up anymore. It creates all this extra drag. Yeah, well, that's cool that you're qualified in a 172, that you're better off than I am. I mean, maybe I'll do it again. I took another lesson in like this well, it wasn't really an aerobatic plane. It's one of these Czech, so I forgot what they call that class. It's not aerobatic, but it's not, it doesn't need as much regulation as like the Cessnas and the Pipers. I forgot what it's called. It's actually kind of a cool plane because it had a side joystick instead of a yoke, so I felt more like I was flying a fighter. I did that last year, I think, or maybe it's been 2 years now, so I wouldn't mind doing that again. No, P51s are not cheap. I just have to work on a Tom Cruise movie, so maybe he'll give me a ride in his. Should I go this way, or should I go that way? Ah, fuck, it's over. God damn it. Alright, well, I'm gonna start a new mission. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think, what are they up to now? Like 10 million or something? 8 million? What's that? Something flying low over there. I think it's too big to be an enemy. Yeah, he's got, Tom Cruise has what was originally, I think, a P51K. I think light sport. I think it's qualified as light sport. It's a Czech plane. Oh, it's a balloon. I only did it because the place where I'd been taking lessons like closed down, and so this was another school like at the same airport, and so I called them and I talked to them and I said, look, I have hours in the 152 and I think in the Piper Cherokee. And, you know, so I wanted to fly one of those two planes. It had been like 10 years since I'd flown, and they were like, well, we don't have those, we have this. And so I thought, well, okay, I'll try it. My instructor didn't really, I mean, it was so weird. I knew more about the pattern and the airfield than he did. He seemed like he was 12. They have it, whatever the plane is, they have it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I was able to practice takeoffs and landings and approaches at the airfield where I was going to be taking the lesson on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it actually helped. Like it helped mostly for knowing what the pattern was and what the rules were, because I also have the printout for the airfield, the insert. Yeah, it was a cool plane. It has joysticks left and right. It's gonna restart the mission, and I'll come back in. Um, I'm in VR. I don't really feel like looking it up right now. But if you look up like Czechoslovakian light sport, I think the one that's in Microsoft Flight Simulator isn't exactly the same one, but it's comparable. Like it's a good analog for it. Yeah, but I found that I do get bored in the civilian planes. Like, you know, most of my experience is in these World War II simulators, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm looking around for enemies, you know. And then the other thing is, the first few times I took lessons, I felt very naked without having a parachute. Like I didn't. My first instructor was a former fighter pilot. He was a Swedish Saab pilot, and I had been telling him about the sim that I was playing at the time. And so the first time he had me in the plane after, I don't know, I'd had maybe like 4 hours of ground school, he quizzed me on the instruments and the controls, and then we got clearance to take off, and he was like, okay, take it off. And I was like, what? I mean, and he's like, well, you know more than most of my first-time students. And I was like, yeah, but it's a video game. It's like, no, you know all. And so the very first time I was in a Cessna, I took it off on my own, which was kind of cool. But, you know, I neglected to tell him that I crash a lot in the simulators. Yeah, if you look it up, I probably recognize the name of what it is. Nobody's on yet. I'm the only one. I think I know where he's going to take off, so if he comes back, I'll be ready for him. All right, so we got to do that all over again. Pain in the ass. Oh, we get a nice sunrise, though. Does look pretty. It's so stupid. You can't pick up rockets at this base, but you can at the base right next door. But you can't take the plane from there. Yeah, I didn't get Microsoft 2024 because I never fly Microsoft 2020. Yeah, it's a very common.
Refueling complete.
I don't think they make it anymore, but a lot of flight schools have them. Whatever it is.
Rearming complete.
Yeah, I just figured out how to be able to see the chat in VR using open knee board. This is kind of cool. All right,
Infield 1, request takeoff.
nobody's on yet, so I don't need to announce myself. I do need to set my rudder trim. I think it starts with an M, like it's a model number, like M something. I don't know. It's a low wing plane with a joystick control. Whoa. No, the flight models are not as good as DCS, although no, it really isn't actually. I mean, the only thing that's interesting about Microsoft Flight Simulator is that you can fly in present day at real airfields, in like around your neighborhood and look at your house and stuff like that. That's to me, that's the only thing that's interesting about it. I have the Mustang in it. I forgot what the company that makes the Mustang is called. And then I have the P38 and the Spitfires. The Mustang flight model kind of sucks, and the sound is terrible. But the P38 is pretty nice. I think Iron something makes it. And the Spitfires. And what I like doing is I like flying around Normandy in Microsoft Flight Simulator and looking at these same locations, how they look now, and a lot of them. Yeah, I mean that's why I stopped taking lessons. You know, my fantasy was that, oh, I'll get my pilot's license, you know, and I can fly friends to little day trips and stuff. And I thought, yeah, I'm never going to do that. You know, unless you're wealthy, it really is. I mean, if I had a place to keep it, I wouldn't mind having like one of those icons, you know, or a plane like that where you don't really need a license. You can fold the wings up and just put it in your garage. I think that's pretty cool. Coming in a little steep. Well, I'm the only one here. I spent so much time screwing around with my CPU settings that it got late and now everybody's gone. Alright. Now I can get my bombs and rockets. Take some extra fuel. Where I'm going is a long trip.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Yeah, but like I said, I spent the same
Refueling
amount of money.
complete.
I mean, with all the controllers and the CPU and the add-ons for DCS, I could have had my pilot's license by now. I don't know if it would have been as much fun. Yeah, it would have been fun.
Rearming complete.
Let me just double check. One notch of flaps. Nobody's on yet. Taxi down so I can take off into the wind. I mean, I was looking at aisle 2, some videos from aisle 2. Wait, is that the road? No, I should have gone that way. And I kind of wish the flight model and the active cockpit was as good in aisle 2 as DCS, because then I could fly the P38. Also, the map isn't as big. Oh yeah? Is that, so that's the World War I planes, Flying Circus, the biplanes? I know they're coming out with a Korea pack. What's that up there? I have the F-86 in here in DCS, but I never fly it. The few times that I tried to go online with it, I couldn't find any Korean servers, really. Or if I did, they had planes that were like way too advanced to be flying against the F-86. Yeah, that's what it was. It was Korea, so they didn't have... Well, no, I guess that would have been right. Korea, yeah. Alright, yeah, you too. Thanks for watching. Alright, off to bomb the Nazi airbase. Damn Nazis. Hate those guys. Hey. So the Detrola doesn't seem to work in here though. I'm not getting anything. Alright, a little trip to one of their airfields and knock out their fuel. Actually, I should have checked to make sure that this was an airfield where they'd be taken off from. I should have done that, but there's nobody on, so I didn't do it. Very heavy with fuel, bombs, and rockets. Oh, I should set my attitude indicator. Forgot to do that. It's pretty close. Come on, engine, cool off, cool off. Cool your jets. I think this is the last mission before it goes back to June 3rd. And it's always hotter. The engine always runs hotter, this mission, than any of the other ones. I think my CPU is the bottleneck, and it really shouldn't be. It's got the temps within good range right now. I just can't get it to overclock. I mean, I shouldn't really have to overclock it, but alright. Since nobody's on, I may try to do something else. I may try to attack a base I don't normally attack, just so I can figure out where the fuel tank storage is in that particular base. So I have been on when guys do use that base. Let's see if I can figure that out by looking at this. Be over here, I guess. That looks like a fuel storage tank. Oh no, that could be just a bush. It's a big base, so there could be multiple ones, so it might not be worth doing that. This is the base here. That's pretty obvious. I mean, the tanks. Here I can't tell. I mean, I would think that they would be close to the base here somewhere. I don't see anything that look like fuel tanks here. Unless these are them over here. Yeah, that looks kind of like a fuel tank. And so does that. You know what I'll do is I'll attack the tanks that I know, and then if I'm not damaged, I'll fly to the other airfields and see if I can figure out where they are for next time. I should be doing the patrol also. But I don't want to, I'm up, well, I'm close. I could start the patrol also. So, yeah, I'm in line for the patrol, so might as well get some points for the team. Make sure nobody's behind me. The AI usually doesn't fly this high. That's why I fly up here. So I don't have to, I can concentrate on my objectives and not have to worry about that. And there are no players on, I'm the only one. I mean, I should attack before I'll just go through Bernay, and then I won't do the rest of the patrol until after I've dropped my ordnance, in case I have to run. Oh, I'm using up my fuel. I didn't take too much. Yeah, I don't understand guys who take less fuel thinking that they're going to be lighter in a dogfight, but then it limits them. They have to land, and if they end up having to run away or chase somebody, they end up running out of fuel. And the P51 isn't really a dogfighter anyway. So if you fly the way the P51 is intended, you don't really need the lighter fuel load. I mean, you have to use up the center tank, or a majority of it. But definitely need to take fuel in the center tank, otherwise if you go on these long excursions like I like to do, you're gonna run out. Alright. So I don't really need to just to do the patrol. I don't really need to go down under the clouds because I just need to register that I flew over the town. I'm not going to be really looking for ground targets here because I'm concentrating on my own ground attack mission. There's Bernay. You can spot Bernay because it's the only airfield that comes straight out of a town like that. Most of the other ones are next to the town or near the town. Patrol started, so I registered. I can come back and do the other points of the patrol later. I don't have to do them now. Renee is angry at me. It's shooting. Could attack Bernay. Actually, that's probably what I should do, because I think they can take off from Bernay this mission. But I mean, that would be easiest since I'm here. But I kind of want to go for the further airfield this time, because I need more practice attacking this one, and I could come back for Bernay. And then I could do the, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do the patrol, and I'll come back for Bernay. Juries over Drew, which is in my direction, 14,000. So let me make sure I'm above that. Conche, yeah, Conche is red, so I don't want to fly over Conche. Fuck. Lost my tracking. That's not good. Why'd that happen? What happened to my tracking? Went haywire. That was scary. Alright. Alright, where are we? Near Evreux. No, we're near Conche. That's Conche. Evreux is over. Should be at my 2 o'clock. I mean my 10 o'clock. Yeah, there's the city. There's the airfield. Gotta get higher because those bandits are coming this way, and they may be 109s. And I'm headed straight for Saint Andre now. Still nobody on but me, at least that's good. Get up to about 14,000 because that's where the bandits are. And then I'll dive down. Don't see the airfield yet. It's weird, sometimes I see, oh there it is. Sometimes I see San Andre from very far away, and then sometimes I'm like right over it and I can barely see it. Alright, so I know where the tanks are at San Andre, and I'm going to try to line up perfectly for them. For a change. Bandits are very close to here though. Alright, I'm gonna have to start the run anyway, so I think they're heading that way. So if I start my bank here, should line up just right. Arms are set. Don't want to overspeed, but I also don't want to go too slow. See, where'd the airfield go? God damn it. There it is. And I'm perfect, I'm perfect. Don't want to be too perfect because I have to jink a little bit so as not to get shot by the anti-aircraft fire. Some maneuvering space. Oop, I should have put my flaps down earlier. Going a little fast. Ah, shit. How damaged am I? Pretty damaged. But I got the fuel, so now I have rockets. Should I use them here? What can I hit here? Try to take out some of the guns. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to last very long. So, let me switch to my rockets. Come around. Oh, I'm overheating already. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna have to ditch someplace. Oh, I'm not overheating, I know what it is. What are those gun emplacements? Over here somewhere. Oh, I am overheating. Okay. Alright, I gotta ditch. I gotta get out of here and ditch. Where can I ditch? Gotta get away from the airfield so I'm not shot by the AA. And there goes the engine. Here's a nice big field. Alright, let's close my fuel. And open my canopy. And let's see if I can get down before some bandit, some AI bandit comes and kills me. Where's that big field? Right there. A lot of big fields around here. Don't fuck up, don't fuck up, don't fuck up. That's a nice big field. I can do this. I can definitely do this. Just don't go too fast. Don't go too fast. Turn towards the big field. Still going a little fast. A little fast and a little high. Shit. Phew, that was close. Alright, let's, oops. Alright, phew, that was scary. Alright, so that's taken out. So we can remove that. And what did I want to see? I'm going to change coalitions and see if I can... Well, first I want to check my handiwork. So... Yeah, they had 109s at San Andre, so they can't take them off there. But were they... Oh, they weren't MW50 109s. So... They have MW50s at Villa Coublé, so I've got to figure out where the tanks are there. And they have McCreel, Creel. Bernay has 109s, but they're not MW50 109s. But we should take out Bernay anyway, because it's very close. But let me see if I can figure out where shit is at Villa Coublé. So... where I think the tanks might be. Looking at this depiction here. Those are not tanks. That's not a tank. These are tanks. That's where they are. Okay, so that is the northwest corner of the airfield. Let's see if there are any others. Oh, and there's a couple here. Don't know what those are. And then what was the other base? Bernay. I know where they are at Bernay there. See, this should be the Detrola. But maybe it's only for the Germans. So at Bernay, they're up here. That's one. Oh no, they're right there. There's two on that side and one on this side. But I think these two are the fuel tanks, and that's maybe MW50. Alright, let's concentrate on that. I could just go from Maupertou and not have to make a stop. That might be easier. Because I can get rockets at Maupertou. I'm not going as far this time. But Maupertou is farther. So I'll still take 90%.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Forgot to put my authenticate gear lever down. So now I'm gonna have to use a different button.
Rearming complete.
Right. Temps of my system look good. Set my rudder trim. Pitot heat, gun heat, pitot heat. Set my altimeter, 441 feet. Up there, maybe. I wanted to check the, make sure I have the bombs and rockets. All right, now I'm forgetting something. Let's arm everything. And let's see what the map looks like. I think I'm going to take the same route I took before. All right, then. And still nobody is on, which is a good thing. And the Detrola is still not doing anything, right? I don't think there's an other switch to turn it on. I think that's it, right? Yeah. All right. Whoops. Launch your flaps.
Pontiac 1, request takeoff.
Nobody's on, so I don't have to announce. This field, Moper 2 is still there. It's called, I think it's called Limburg Field. You can fly it on it. You can, oh, I can see my shadows of my bombs and rockets on the ground. That's pretty cool. You can fly it in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can land and take off here. I'm up. Switching to channel Bravo. Oh, I forgot to center my headset. Come on. Oh, that's cool. Little third-person action. Low-level flight over Cherbourg. Oh, there's some big fuel tanks. I think I have to find out what those big vertical tanks are. I think those are water. Switching to center tank, fuselage tank. Get rid of my mirror, I would get a little bit better frame rate, because I never see anything in that mirror anyway, except clouds. And away we go. Alright, so this won't be quite as, well, not quite as long of a trip, but I took off from further away. So, yeah, it's probably about the same. But at least I didn't have to take off and land and take off again to pick up rockets. Looks so cool. This is a good base to bomb in that first mission, because they take off here. I should look to see where's the fuel at this base. I These smaller landing strips, it's harder to find the fuel tanks. Oh, there it is. It's right there by the hangar. Alright, so that's good to know. For the June 3rd mission, I may come and bomb this instead of doing the regular missions. Ain't I a stinker? Yeah, actually that would make hitting this radar station a lot easier, because then the AI that protect this radar station take off from here, and players also take off from here, and the radar station is up on that peninsula right there. That's target 1 in the June 3rd mission. So if I first take out the fuel at Moper 2, that will limit their ability to defend. Something feels funny. Why am I getting so much vibration? Gear is up. I'm in run. Is it just from the rockets and the bombs? Possibly. I just love flying my P51. Supercharger on early. Been doing that lately, and it really helps you because you get the full manifold pressure at lower altitudes. I do it when I start to see the manifold pressure dropping when I'm up at full throttle. Uh-oh. Players. At least they're blue. You gotta watch out for some of these guys. They team kill you. You get all excited whenever they see a plane. You don't bother to check to see if it's German. You know, if you turn the gamma down, it looks better, but it's like harder to see shit. Get more contrast. How come I'm not seeing the tanks now? Oh, there they are. Climb, monkey, climb! It really, when you zoom in from a big distance, it looks the most realistic with the heat. Thermals, looking through the thermals. It's very cool. So I'm going to go for the double tanks. I don't know what that single tank is. I'm guessing one tank is MW50 and the other is regular fuel. Oh no, but there was no MW50 at that base. I don't know. I'm just going to go for the double tanks because there's two of them. Try to rocket the other tank. I don't think the rockets will take out the fuel tanks though, but they maybe they will. All right, so we're in maximum continuous. Go back into mill power in a second. So we get some altitude, and this doesn't take all night. Generally like to be at least 20,000 feet because the airspeed is better for the Mustang at that altitude, and I'm definitely not going to get jumped by AI, and I'm much less likely to get jumped by players at that altitude, or at least if I'm paying attention I can generally see them climbing up to me. And it also burns off my center tank fuel. So if I end up having to fight, I'm not the better center of gravity. Stick around here. forgot where it said those bandits were headed to. I think it said they took off from Drew, and they went towards Argentan. And I wonder what their target is. I always forget to look at that for them. Oh, and I also forgot to check. I like to see if I'd like to confirm that they can't take off at an airfield anymore once I've bombed it, and I forgot to do that. After I bomb Bernay, I'll double check that for Bernay and San Andre. Because I'm such a stinker. I mean, ideally, I'd like to knock out all their airfields. I think that would be hilarious. Since I'm the only one doing it, it's kind of time-consuming. Especially if I'm going to fly up this high. It's really the only way to ensure I actually get there without getting jumped. Alright, there's the P-trap. I can take it out of manual supercharger, because now automatic definitely kicks in at this altitude. Start heading down there. My only deaths lately have just been me being a dumbass, you know, just crashing when I'm ditching, or I crashed once when I took off my headset and was trying to like look to see if a wheel was stuck down, and then it froze and I couldn't get back into the plane. Just dumb shit like that. Nobody's shooting me down though. Which at least is one thing. To avoid the furball areas where all the scrubs hang out down in the grass. Flying their lawnmowers. Little breeze seems to whisper, Louise. Alright, heading to target. It's on the west side of the airfield. Oh, it's in the center. Okay, well that'll be easy to find. Although I did get myself shot the last time. The trick with the AA is you can't hold a straight line in. So like if you're going at... Wait, hold on a second. So if you're going... Wait, what the fuck is up there? So if you're going like if you're trying to attack like an AA gun or something, if you head straight for it, you'll get shot. You kind of have to, god damn it, there's like a smudge on my lens. So you have to kind of alternate your altitude, and I mean that's the best method, is if you kind of porpoise in and up and down a little bit.
Radio check on Bravo.
What do you want? Loud and clear. Is that you, Callie?
Negative. I was just doing radio check, man.
Doyle? I'm taking out their fuel at their airfields so they can't spawn.
Good show, old boy.
I've taken out San Andre. I'm headed to Bernay now. And then I may go to Villa Comblé. Alright, I'm going to leave a little bit of fuel in my center tank, so because I keep accidentally hitting it. So the knee board is kind of hard to read. It's blurry and small, but you can figure out the towns by looking at where the roads intersect. So you just have to count from like a big town like Caen. Like a Caen is very easy to see because there's this big wagon wheel coming out of it. And then if you know what roads the other towns are on, you can just follow the red lines or the black lines to the next big intersection. So I know that I'm over Lisieux right now, or north of it, and that the next town to the southeast is Bernay, which is where I'm going. And so that's what I do. That's how I navigate. I kind of wish they would improve the resolution of the kneeboard maps. I guess I could get my own and use open kneeboard, and or actually I could put them in the game kneeboard. I did that with the P51 checklists. So I have a takeoff and landing checklist and a bombing checklist, I think. Yes, a weapons checklist, this normal checklists for start, pre-takeoff, takeoff, and landing, and shutdown. Alright, I'm going to start diving. Everything is set. Trim out. Don't forget to take the supercharger off when I get down to a better altitude. Actually, I'm going to do it now, so I don't forget. It is off, okay. It's on auto, I mean. Check-in 6. And looking for the airfield. Throttling back. A little more left rudder. Trim, there it is. Okay, so I want to come in from the north. Well, I could have come in from the south, but it's faster to come in from the north. I'm going to hit a notch of flaps now, so because last time I was way too fast. Looks like I'm going to be too fast this time too. Starting my run on Bernay. It's my altitude, still pretty high. Keep my eye on it so I don't lose it in the cloud. Close my radiators so my engine doesn't get too cool. Just have to remember to open them up when I'm climbing out. There's my target. Putting my left rudder, and it's going to start shooting at me any minute. And I'll start with my porpoising. Wish I'd gotten closer, but. And turn to open my radio. Oh, I missed him. God damn it. I missed all of them. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna try it with the rockets. I suck. Wait, is that a plane taking off? No, that's AA. I got one. Did I? Yeah, I think I did. I think maybe I did. Well, I hit Bernay. I don't think I got all the tanks. I'm gonna have to come back.
Roger that.
I mean, it looks kind of like maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't know. I'm gonna check. Careful not to get hit by AA. I think I got one tank. I think there's one still up. And there's another tank on the other side, but I don't think that's the fuel. Yeah, there's one tank still up in the middle. So the rockets will take out the tank. So if I'd not fucking missed that first bomb drop, then I could have used the rockets on that other tank. Well, it looks very damaged, at least, though. I'm gonna go back to Saint Pierre and get because I can get rockets there, and it's not as far as Maupertuis. Maybe I'll try to pick up some bandits on the way. Where am I? Yeah, the trick is moving around enough so the AA doesn't shoot you, but not moving around too much so that you end up missing like I just did. So it works. It's a beauteous thing. It's really beauteous when it works. Getting hot in here from the CPU. CPU will heat up the whole room. I need like a freezer to keep my computer in. Alright, I'm just west of Bernay, Angels 13, heading back to our side of the lines. Everybody left. I'm the only one. So who the hell was I talking to? Riddle me that. Those are ships, I believe. I don't believe Benny has rockets. No. Saint Croix. No. Not the ones I need anyway. I did want to land and see if I could get a sense of what was destroyed there, but I will just, because it won't be that far away, I'll just go straight back to Bernay and take out those other tanks if I can. detected west of Paris at 14,010. Have enough fuel for that? Yeah, you know what? I have enough fuel for that. Kind of. Those are going to be JU-88s and 14,000. Can't pass up JU-88s. West of Paris, heading west. Try to avoid flying directly over Lisieux. I do loves me some JU-88s. Shot for the AA at Lisieux. Is that Lisieux? No. Lisieux looks like a big letter L. I saw it. There it is. Okay, we're pretty far away. We're good. And a nice leisurely flight to Paris. I love Paris in the springtime. I love Paris when there's Nazis to kill time. Alright, I'm a little high, so I don't want to miss them. I'll set my gun sight now to 59 feet, which is the wingspan of a JU-88. How do you know that? Well, I've done my research. And I'll start banking towards Paris. Avoiding the towns that will shoot at me. Getting kinda hot there, buddy. See, aren't you glad I took more fuel? Alright, so actually I'm gonna head a little south. Because I hate it when I miss them, when they fly past me. Alright, and I'm gonna dive a little bit because I'm too high, I won't see them up here. Said 10 of them, right? Oh, what do you bet 14,000 is right in the cloud layer. Just my luck. should be at my 10 o'clock somewhere. 16,000, yeah, they're gonna be either right below the clouds or right in the clouds. Sneaky little Nazi bastards they are. Alright, we're almost at 14,000. This, okay, they're gonna be right over the clouds. So let's stay here. And search. Make sure nobody's behind me. Should be maybe at my 1 o'clock. A little higher than this. Switching tanks. The escorts will be higher, so should hang out at like 15, 16,000. I just don't want to miss him. Do you see them? I don't see them. Light coming right out of the sun. Should be on this line somewhere. Where, oh, whoop, no, it's not on. Where, oh, where are the Ju-88s? Their pesky little escorts. Commissioner Tenzer now passing over Drew. Oh, okay. Drew is right in front of me. This thing is so marked up. Yeah. Drew is in front of me. Unless this radar call out is wrong, he should be in front of me. Right in front of me. I don't see them. Oh, I'm too high. Shit. Where are they? Drew's to my left. I'm gonna step on the gas because they're close. Somewhere they're close. I don't see them. It should be right here. Come on. are, you Nazi bastard? Wait. No. There's one. That's the escort. Shit. Didn't want to have to fight the escort. Where'd he go? Oh, there they are. Alright. Try not to fuck up. Gonna make a couple of passes before the escort eats me alive. Go right down the middle. Okay, they're not Ju-88s. They're 190s. With 2 109 escorts. Shit. Better get out of here. Try not to overspeed. Guy's still on my 6. Oh, I'm gonna fly right over a fucking enemy airfield. Shit. Supercharger on. Still back there? He's still back there. Break off eventually. Are they all chasing me? No, he's still right back there. See him. Did he leave? No, there he is. I think they broke off. No. Is that a plane or is that a town? Gotta get altitude so I can have my RWR actually do something. Still ringing, so it seems like he's still back there. Okay, it stopped ringing. Alright, I'll loop around. make another pass now that I know what they are. That's a hard group to get because there's like 8 Antons and 2 escorting 109s. I don't know if I even want to tally with them. Tally, I mean. Where am I now? Well, I might have gotten some hits on that one FW, but my gun sight was set for a JU-88, not for a FW. Cool down my engine. And that was actually pretty stupid, head-onning an FW. But I'm not going to fight 10 by myself. Oh shit, I didn't need to be doing this. Shit, I'm over Drew again. I don't want to get shot by Drew. I just avoided that. I don't want to go through it again. It's too bad I don't have any bombs or rockets. Where is Drew? I know there's Beaumont. Is that true? Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll go to the north of it. Well, at least I can outrun him. Maybe I slowed him down a little bit. I have to break up and regroup. Alright. What's my altitude? 14. See if I see them. They're gonna be way south of me now. And when they're traveling in a formation like that, there's no way to jump them. They always see you. Stupid Nazi AI. There's Lisieux. Big L-shaped town. Cathedral. Make sure I don't get jumped. Make sure that one of those 109s doesn't just pop up out of nowhere. Alright, well this was a distraction from my intended mission. And scramble for an enemy raid Argentin turning south. Why are they turning south? Where are they going? What do we have down south there? They must be going for, we must have troops or something down there. Yeah, because we're pushing them through the Falaise Gap, so they're trying to take out our tanks and trucks and so forth. Been nice to have gotten like one or two of them, but that guy was right on my ass, and if I had turned around to fight him, I would have been in the middle of 10 enemy planes. So, no thanks. Alright, I'll head back to base and see if I see anybody on the way. some more bombs and rockets, and come back for Drew and try to finish it off. I mean, Bernay. Can't get what I need at Saint Croix. Can't get it at Basenville. These are all British bases. They don't have the American HVARs. That looks pretty. Yeah, if ground stuff didn't shoot at you so much, it'd be nice to fly low like this. Pretty map. Well, I wish they had been Ju-88s, because then at least they could have taken out a couple of bombers, but the FWs, they just start evading right away, and then if you stick with them, the 109s are all over you. Ooh, a bird. Good thing you can't strike a bird and get fucked up like that. That's Pont de Hoc. That's not Saint-Pierre. Saint-Pierre's the next one. That's Saint-Laurent. I should check to see if Saint-Laurent has the rockets. Nope. I can go straight in. Maybe. Saint Laurent.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Alright, I can't miss this time. Cool if you could aim your guns with those targets they have set up there, but you'd need to be able to lift the tail wheel. You've got alignment targets over there. It's kind of cool. Set up the convergence. I don't know if you can switch the. I think on the Corsair you can adjust the convergence, but I don't think you can on the Mustang in the sim. I was watching a documentary about the Rangers and their attack on Pont de Hoc here, and then they ended up having to hold this bunker complex. The Germans kept attacking them in the night. Alright, so I'm gonna lose some of that fuselage fuel. I've taken a little too much fuel this time. It's closer. Oh shit! Forgot I had I had gone into web. I don't want to be in web. You can only stay in web for 5 minutes, and I found that if you don't go into web when you're fighting the 109s, you can't win. Even then, you still probably can't win with the Ks, 109Ks. Too heavy, I've got to burn some fuel off. Come on, engine, cool down. Why won't you cool down? hungry. Need a snack. It's hard to eat in VR. Alright. Passing past the danger zone. Danger zone! Just don't know if those FWs are going to come north. It seems like they were attacking in the south, though. It's like a zone of danger. And back to Bernay. If I can finish it off. Maybe I'll get something to eat. I'd like to try attacking Le Havre at some point, but I know it's going to be hard. There's a ship, at least one ship in there. A lot of AA. Go for that other tank first because I think I can maybe get the first tank that I missed with rockets. Hate to have to come back again. then I could do the patrol, I guess. Finish it, I suppose. I wonder if I should try to drop just one bomb on that tank. And the other bomb on the other tank. What if I miss? It's also a lot harder to come out of the dive with one bomb still on the wing. Alright, got rid of some of that center fuselage fuel. Uh-oh. Aw, fuck. It just crashed. God damn it. Fuck. Ugh. Connection failed. Alright, I'm hungry. Anyway, I wonder if that's gonna count as a death. Is it the server? Did the server just... No, it looks like the server is still there. Oh, maybe not. No, it's still there. That sucks. Alright, well, good time for a break. Actually, let me see what damage I did. I can do a little military intelligence here and see what the damage I did was. Sucks. I was almost there. Well, I definitely hit one tank. And those huts. And those hangar. I hit damage that hangar. There's a bandit over Bernay. That'd be ironic if the Allied AI bombed me while I was on the ground assessing my damage. Well, I damaged that, whatever that was. That was like a guard tower. Let's see. So that's the other tank. Let's see if I can get fuel now. I bet it's going to say I can. Actually, there's another way to do this. Okay, it doesn't have MW50, and it says that it's got fuel. So it's probably going to let me get fuel. How come I'm not hearing anything?
Request rearming.
Copy.
I didn't hear him say refuel. Let's try this.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Rearming complete.
It's not saying unable. It's not saying unable to comply. And I hear the fuel. But I'm taking fuel out. But I'm pretty sure that that's working.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Refueling complete.
Request
Copy.
refueling.
Ground
Request
power is
rearming.
now off. Copy. Copy.
Yeah, alright. Well, this base is not out of action yet, so... But let's go over to Evreux and, I mean San Andre, and see if that's out of action. Where are those tanks? Over there somewhere. Yeah, see, fuel's 0.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Huh.
Unable to comply.
Alright, there. So I did knock out the fuel at this airfield. Hehehehe. Alright, I'll be back. Maybe, after I eat.